All right. Hello, everyone. I hope my voice coming good and clear. I heard. Let me know, please, if you have any difficulty. Shalom, everybody. And as I finish this hilarious debate, you know, uh, American debates in general are very funny. Uh, it's like there's two kids on the stage, like you are an idiot. No, you are an idiot. It's not really a debate. It's a kind of entertainment. If you want my opinion. However, uh, you see, when you have those debates, there's people they are gifted to smash the one who is in front of them, and there's people even if they have all, let us say, the evidence to prove themselves, they don't know how to use it. Now, Trump for sure he did way better than Biden. Biden obviously they gave him all the questions long before the debate. Both those CNN, the whole CNN, is Biden's side. We know that. So we know that this is the enemy ground. So he got all the questions. They prepare him for the answers, etc. In one point of so-called debate, Biden almost the light is turned off, like almost he's gone. I was saying like, please fail down. He like just go. Anyway, so there's one thing Trump he did not mention, like when this guy was talking about tax, and he's talking about Trump is giving a tax cut for the rich. Shouldn't Trump say to him, well, before you school people about tax and supporting the poor, go and tell your son to pay his tax. His son, he did not pay $1.5 million as tax. $1.5 million. So if you are a person, I wish Trump he mentioned that. I don't know why especially like he should mention it at the end, because at the end he start talking about tax. He said before you scold people about tax, just go and tell your son to go and pay his tax. That will be a killing point for everybody is listening. So this guy is scolding people about he support the black. What the black? Your son, your family. Even your uncle who he been eaten by the zombie. He did not pay his tax. Anyway, those debates are not going to do any different, really, because we know that the Democrat will vote for Biden anyway, and Republican will vote for Trump anyway. The only difference it can make is for those who they don't know really what to do. But all of this will not really have impact. I don't believe this will have an impact in the election, because by the election time, maybe Biden, his battery will be off totally. You never know. The guy, he might go like offline. But we have almost 5 months, for the election. And what will count only is the price of food, the price of gas, the electricity bill. The normal things, people in the street, most of them, they don't really care who is in the office. What they care for, that they are poorer or richer. Now for sure there's some people they consider like ideology is more important than food, but the majority of between average people, it is about food, it's about spending, it's about how they can pay for their kids, etc. So this is what will make a difference in the coming 5 months. I believe that Biden he will try to enforce a price cut on gas maybe in 3 months from now, which means in the last, let's say, the last 40 days before the election. So he can say, look, the price of gas is going down, and this is what they do always during the election. They have meeting with those who support them, and they try to make a difference, in the prices in the time of the election, so people will not notice, at least will feel relieved, so they can believe in a hope is coming, like, okay, see, it's working now, so like, okay, he is fixing it. No, I'm not going to go in Discord. There's no need. We will not debate anybody. We are just making a comment about this this Abdul. Anyway, uh, both sides, I believe Trump, he have some negative stuff about him. Biden have a lot of negative stuff. In fact, I don't believe he is even the president. I believe strongly that the real president of USA right now is Obama. This guy is just a decoy. He is in the front. And this is why they wanted him to be the president, actually. I believe Obama is the one who putting his weight behind him, because if they got someone else, he might be not under the control of Obama. This guy will be always the puppy of Obama. So as long as he is a president, Obama is the president, right? So and having a Trump, that will destroy all their plan, from making money from war, the war industry. I mean, the war industry now is a flourishing. It is the biggest industry, because they cannot even, they don't, their warehouses, the warehouses of war companies, weapon companies are empty, because simply there's war everywhere. When we say the American, they send weapon to Israel, this is not for free. Companies, they get paid for it. It's not like, okay, we send it, this is not charity. So same for Ukraine, same we send to European Union, same we send to everybody, everybody is buying weapon from USA, because now everybody is in fear, and creating a disability is a business for the big corporation who own war manufacture business. It's like now, if you have a security, if your street have no thieves, there's no criminals, why you want to buy a gun? Why you want to have an emission? You don't. I mean, if your country have zero crimes, well, nobody will invest in buying weapon. So the more we have problems in the world, the more he called him bad Palestinian, really? I did not hear that. Maybe because I went out for a walk a little bit. I did not listen to it, all of it, because it's a kind of silly. But I like some moment where Biden, he was like, but I like the best moment where Trump, he said, "This guy, what this guy is talking about?" He didn't know what he's talking about. Trump is like when sometimes he speak, is like a kid. He is 8 years old. You know what I mean? And he say things in a very natural way. Like what this guy is talking about. But to be honest with you, I wish I am the one who's debating Biden. I will make him shish kebab. I wish I can take the format of like the same as Shaitan. He took the format of Jibril, and he came satanic verses to Muhammad. So I will be the Shaitan for one day, and I will go and I will give Trump all the satanic verses, and we will smash Biden with it. Oh boy. Yeah. You notice that CNN, like they switch the topic right away when they feel that the answer is not befitting with what they want, what they expect, So they try right away to change the topic. So they give the microphone to Biden to make his final statement, and then right away they switch to different answer, different question. They don't want Trump to give the final answer. This is the tactic. Obviously, they are playing, and anyone can notice it. It's not a secret. But what I like about what Trump he did exactly like me when I debate Muslims. The Muslim, he tried to change the topic, he go back to zero. Well, hold on, let us, what he said. So this is very important, because the whole point, if it's switching to the second question, is to avoid, or not to give a chance to Trump to make a comment about what Biden he just said, regardless if it's true or it is false. So which means They want the last answer to stuck in the head of the audience. So the last statement is always going to be Biden's statement. And when Trump, you will notice that they don't switch the question right away to Biden, mostly, in most of the cases, maybe 80% of the cases, until Biden he speak and he finish and he give all the response. But the second it's time for Trump to respond, they give a second question. They switch the question. But Trump was aware that they are playing games with him. So, and I like that he did not, he did not attack them because that will be used against him too. He's being rude, etc. No, there's no need. So he was wise. He was calm. But he always go back to the question what Biden he just said, and then at the last maybe let us say 40 seconds, he answered the question they are asking him about. So always the question was for the benefit of Biden, even though they try to make themselves look like they are being fair, but obviously there is no fear. If you notice, when he spoke about numbers, the female anchor, she said, show us. Do you remember? Trump, he said, I will. So she broke the rule, she herself, the ARB, which is showing clearly, like this was a mistake from them to show that they are siding with Biden. How come she did not say to Biden, show us? And you said to him, show us. Okay, give him the time to show you. So it's obvious they are really stupid. Like you see people like somebody saying Trump is pathetic. I laugh at those people. It's pathetic to bring someone, he hardly can put two words together. The guy almost his light turned off in the middle of the stage. No, we don't even understand what he's saying. Oh, yeah. In the top of that, forget about how he talk. Let us say the guy he mute. He cannot talk. But we have numbers. The price of food is so scary. The price of gas is so scary. The price of electricity is so scary. The price of everything. And then they come to Trump and they say to him, how we will fix the global warming. That is the most stupid question ever. I mean, is a global warming something we can fix by closing a faucet? All the money you spend, is a global warming will be fixed? No, because simply, if there is a reason for a global warming, it's your stupidity. You print more money, you cause more inflation, China burn more fuel, imported to us with no control of a climate control, and we are the only one who will pay for a climate change. So my neighbor, he burn fire every day. The smoke comes from every window. And all the wars are doing the same. But only the American are the one who can fight the global warming. If you want to fight the global warming, the best way to do it is to make and manufacture your own stuff in USA, where you can control a clean fuel, you can control the quality of burning, where you can control, you can monitor, you can check, you can inspect how companies are using their fuel and how much smoke is coming out and how they were able to control it to give the best clean production they can. But buying from India, everything we have, buying from Bangladesh, buying it from China, that would encourage global warming. Make your stuff at home, control your manufacture. The less you buy from abroad, the more you will have a cleaning environment. And if you think you can clean the world, but the whole world don't listen to this, nobody practices it except you. You are just being a stupid fool. There's garbage coming through the ocean all the way from Africa, from Philippines, from China, from the ocean is full of garbage. So if you think you can clean the ocean by only you, you are just a stupid fool. This is something the whole world have to agree upon, but all of us, we knew, no, they don't care. It is only the stupid you think you can fix the world when you cannot even fix your street. Go to Philadelphia before you clean the street, the globe air. Go and fix your street from drugs. They were talking about a drugs issue, right? Well, why we have drugs? Why we have it? Because you have open borders. Biden, he said he want to buy expensive machine. What machine, you idiot? The whole border is open. What borders? The cartel, they can import millions of, you know, crazy stuff through the open border. Trump, he closed the border. Biden, he opened the border. If we are having millions of people passing by, who knows what's inside their bags? And how many of them they go through and nobody noticed them? And not to forget the submarine they are using now. The cartel, they are way more advanced. They have submarine. They have, even the submarine they have, it is remotely controlled. They send it in the water. So they are rich, they are powerful, they have money, and we have a Sleepy Joe. Fighting the drugs start not by just closing borders, is by changing the education and kicking out those hippie teachers from schools who teach kids that it's okay to take drugs. How you want to fight drugs and you are approving drugs in your hometown? Which means you are making the society a society of a druggie and junkie. How you legalize drugs in the same time you say you want to fight the drugs? So we legalize some kind of drugs. We forbid the other one. Certain kind of drugs is okay. Drugs is drugs. Either it's bad or good. So all of this will not benefit either one of them. What will happen is in 5 months from now, we don't know really what will happen with, regarding war between Israel and Hezbollah in Iran. That will have a big impact on Biden. Biden already, because of his stupid decisions to block weapon to Israel, he thought he will win those, you know, awkward, free Palestine, trashy, you know, students. He thought he can make them happy, but they hate him now because he cannot make them happy. Even if you block Israel from having all the weapon they have, still they would hate you. So now he, you know, he is cursed by the Jews. He is cursed by the one who support him. He is for sure the Republican. They spit at him, and you know the Israeli, they will do their part to get rid of him, so they can bring Trump, who for sure he will support them in their struggle with their filthy neighbors. So all the element working against the Joe Biden, all the element, including his own supporters. The only reason for them now to vote for Biden is not because they like Biden, but because they hated Trump. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like, you know, Trump, so I'm going to vote for Biden, even though he's a scumbag. But that will not work, because most of the people, they will not even feel like they need even to go. I mean, I hate this guy, you know? Yeah. Somebody saying, I'm very disappointed in you, especially as an immigrant yourself, hate B-man or T-man policy, but have migrant out. I mean, you are just a stupid idiot. This country is not against migrant, and the proof is me. This country is against criminals coming through the borders, who every day we hear. I just saw a video of a bunch of migrants from Venezuela. They attack a jewelry store, have only females in it. 8 guys, they have guns in their hands. They start beating the women, they rip them apart, and they take all the jewelries. So you are a stupid idiot. You want to bring a migrant? Well, bring the quality one. You are collecting garbage, and you are a garbage like them. Only garbage, they will come garbage. And those migrants, if they are coming to this country, let us say from every 10, there's only 3 are bad. Only 3. Do you know how many millions bad we have? So in order to avoid that, you idiot, you have to have a smart migration where you study every one case, why he is coming, who is he, what his career, is he a clean person, is he a criminal, maybe he is wanted for rape in his country, maybe he just run from jail, maybe he just get out, so maybe he's a drug dealer. You don't just let people come. I did not get my citizenship overnight. It took me many years. I did not jump from the borders. They check on me, they check everything about me, they study me. It took many years. And is it fair that somebody is coming to this country or applying to this country and he wait for 20 years for his green card to be processed, and the one who crosses through the borders 2 years after you give him a green card? Is that fair? What you are teaching is that if you are a person who break the law, you are the smart one. If you are a person who is following the law, you are an idiot. No country in the world, including Mexico, if you go to Mexico now and your visa expired, they will arrest you and they will dump you out. India, Thailand, anywhere. Those stupid things happen only in this country or in the West, because Western, they lost their mind. So this guy says to you, I'm disappointed. Who cares if you're disappointed? We want to have a street secure. We don't want to have garbage criminals. In California, people, they don't even dare to park their car in the street. Go right now and type stolen muffle. Stolen muffle. You park your car outside. They come under the car. They took your muffle. It costs you $4,000 to install a new one. If your car is so expensive, they would take the whole car. All of this because you are a good person and you welcome all migrants. You are just a stupid and you are a hypocrite. There's no country in the world open their border to everybody. Philippines is a poor country. You are an American. If you pass 1 day of your visa, you are illegal. Police can arrest you and deport you. And you will pay a fine. Any country in the world. You know, when I was in Europe, a guy, I think he was from Italy, he have some ears in his ears. You know, he looked like hippie. So he said, where are you from? I said, I'm from America. I said, where are you? Italy. I said, he said, no, I feel sorry, American, you have this racist Trump. I said, why he's racist? He said he closed the border. I said, if I go to Italy now without visa, do you arrest me and in Italy and would dump me out? He said, yes. I said, why you are being racist? People are stupid. People literally are so stupid. So they do in their country the same to you. But if a Trump, he did it in his country, he is a racist. They say that Trump, he banned Muslims. It was Obama who signed that law. He did not ban Muslims. Obama is the one. Trump, he just renewed the signature. Extend the experiment day. That's it. Actually, now, Joe Biden, he mentioned that Trump, he put people in cages. Trump, he should say to him, you stupid, this is Obama. It was Obama who made those cages, not me. It's a fact. Go check it out. So the strategy of the evil Democrat, who they are antichrist, anti-Bible, anti-cross, anti-anything good, is to demonize the one who go against them. That's exactly what the Muslim they do. Do you remember when Mimi Hijab, he made a video and he said this guy, Christian Prince, is harassing a Christian woman. He said to her, suckle me. Or when he said to me, did you say this? Muslims have AIDS, right? The whole idea of this is to demonize you, to make you sound evil. But they are the one who call non-Muslims pigs and monkeys and worst of the creatures. So they can say to you all kinds of things, but you cannot say to them what they say to you. So there's a like hypocrisy in the strategic movement of the Democratic Party, and this is why me as a migrant, I will never, and I never did since I became citizen in this country, I never voted Democrat for one day, for this is the absolute evil thing to do. Look what they stand for. Changing gender of children. We are not talking now about food. No. They want to now destroy your children's. Your child, you go to school, they start brainwash the boy. They say to him, you are a girl. And they start brainwash the girl. Say to her, you are a boy. Ask yourself, why in the world do you want to do that? What is exactly the agenda except satanic? They are just satanic. Like Muhammad and his religion. They justify their evil. And at the end of the day, after they kill you, they go in your funeral and they put some flowers in the top of your grave. And this is what the Muslims do. They go to the Jews, they slaughter them, they kill them, they rape them, and then they record themselves crying. Am I lying? That's what they do. And Democrats are the same as the Muslims. They destroy the society. They destroy the economy. The gas price is 3-4 times more when Trump was in the office. And what we did we make the global warming better? We buy oil from Qatar. So we did nothing. I mean, like, how you fix it? You see how stupid they are? They fool people. They even heard the stock market. They told people, you know, we will support batteries, electric cars. None of those electric cars is functioning. Until now, they are not good. Electric cars companies are going bankruptcy because the batteries are not good yet. Maybe in the future can be good, but for now, it's just a stupid move. The best car in the market is Tesla. I just saw a video yesterday of a guy, he is towing his boat. When he's driving, the battery now is what? Consuming electricity, right? So in the beginning it's fine. Half hour after, 2 hours after, So now, imagine you stop in the middle of the highway and your battery is exhausted. How you can charge it? Are you going to call the tow truck to charge your car? Well, the tow truck, they are using diesel. So they, the Democrat is kind of, people who live in fiction and stupidity. And even if you use electricity at the end of the day, you have to generate the electricity by one source of the fuels. Either you make solar, which is going to make a global warming too, because when you make those solar, uh, 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 you know, what do you call them, mirrors, uh, you have to burn a lot of energy, and they cannot be made by electricity, normal electricity. So even when you want to make something will produce clean energy, you have to use a dirty energy, at least for now. Especially those stupid Democrats, they start fighting using uranium. Uranium is the most clean energy, actually, because almost you burn nothing. It's way better than gas, way better than oil. But anyway, we have all of this. We have uranium, we have oil, we have gas, we have all kind of things. Can you heat houses by electricity? No, you cannot. You have to use gas. If somebody live in New York, in Chicago, in the Midwest, in Wyoming, on what electricity will do? When my gas heater broke, I have no choice except to turn the electric heater. Useless. You sit next to it, you feel nothing. It's minus 17, it's minus 19, it's minus 21, it's minus 22. We're talking about minus 22. What electricity can heat? So they are kind of people who live in their fictions and their dreams. The Democrat, they decide to make a fast train in USA. So they put, I don't know how many $100 billion. Where is the train? Anybody can tell me where is the train? Obama, he decided to make health insurance. $700 million to make a website. Have you ever heard that there is a website can cost $700 million? Why? What is this? It is a scam. Somebody took the money. There is no way a website will cost this money. I mean, if you say to me it cost 500,000, okay, $1 million. We are talking about hundreds of millions. Everything they promise you never happened. Everything. Anyway, and by the way, I'm not against electric vehicle. I support this idea, but if you have to make it work first. So, like those who live in those who bought Tesla cars and they live in Chicago or New York, as soon the temperature go down to the freeze moment, the charger doesn't work. The battery is not charging. So now you have a car, but you cannot use it. Where you live, the old one, it goes to minus 50. That's a lot of minus, man. Minus 50, that's really, oh boy. But you know, it's the minus 50 is good. At least you will not pay for your refrigerator. Right? Just leave the food outside. Uh, Yeah, the cold effect, you see. So I support technology, and I hope one day we will be able to get rid of all kind of those fuel. But until that day is ready, then you can say we will switch. But for now, what you have, electric cars are way more expensive. Maintenance is very expensive. Their part is not even available. And they are not practical. As simple as that. Arab thinking? Well, I don't know. The Arab, sometimes they have better sense than yours. You will not find one Arab country, they open their border to every scumbag from the world to come to them. You see the stupid European? All the Muslims want to go to Europe. Why? Because Muslims will not allow them to come to their country. It is only you who is stupid. When 2 million from Syria, they went to Germany alone. Did you ask, did you ask yourself how many Muslim countries they have to go through before they go to Germany? Why don't they stay there? They will not let them stay. Saudi Arabia is empty. Jordan is empty. Qatar is empty. Kuwait is empty. Iraq is empty. No, they want to go to Europe. Because they knew that the only stupid nations is the Western nation. So don't talk about Arab thinking. Those Western, they lost their common sense long time ago. They are awkward, they are backward, they are monkey, they are donkeys. And the second you start speaking to them about reality, they call you racist, you say Islamophobic, they said you have a phobia. Well, you can say I have a phobia as much you want, but I am not stupid. What do you do? It's just a pure stupidity. And your enemy laugh at you. When you see an American university, they ask a guy from Gaza to become a professor to teach their kids in Colombia. The president of Colombia is a Muslim. The visiting professors are Muslims. Why? There is no professor in this country? No, we won't bring Muslims. This is the agenda. So they can fool those students, brainwash them, and the result is what we saw in the street. What do you think the reason the whole world declined the Jewish Holocaust? My friend, who cares who declined or not? The Jewish should not wait for the world. Is that like a certificate? What that will do? They should come out of this Holocaust box. So you cry, you say they killed us. It doesn't make any difference. They will kill you today too. You remind me of the Armenian. The Armenian, they keep crying about the crimes of the Turkish, but the Turkish keep killing them. And until now in Armenia, there is no army. So you don't wait for the world to cry for you. Nobody will cry for you. The question is, can you do what you say to yourself one day that never again? That is the question. When you have a society full of hippies, and I'm talking about Israel, to the point they want to dance in front of Gaza, 500 meters away from the border of Gaza. Homosexual, gay, dancing, hippie all night, going to drink, hey, shaking their ass, and then the beast, they come and they took them. There's no security, nothing, just stupid people. So don't blame the people if they decline you or they did not decline you. You said yourself you are from the Philippines. How come in the Philippines they did not, deny the Holocaust? My friend, you have a Holocaust in your land. Before you worry about Israel, worry about yourself. The Chinese will take all your land soon. Why? Because you are not making weapon, you are not building an army, you don't have a good security, your borders are open. Uh, the Filipinos, they don't focus in really security, you know, but they are a happy nation. They have money to spend for firework in the Christmas day or New Year, but they don't have money for food. They don't have money for weapon. They don't have money for the economy. They don't have money for housing. They don't have money for bridges. They don't have money for anything, but just say karaoke, everybody have money. So you need, before you think and you worry about others, worry about yourself. I'm just being honest with you and how I see things, right? The Israeli, nobody is going to protect them except themselves. So if the Israeli believe for a second that there's other nations will defend them, that means they are going to have a new Holocaust very soon. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyone trust other nations to defend him is just a fool. The only one can protect you is you. You don't protect yourself, nobody protects you. You are just waiting for the good luck that somebody will stand and defend you. But you know that nobody will defend anybody for free. Those are countries, they don't do charity. There's nothing for free. Same time, I've been in the Philippines, and I heard many people, like, you know, I remember once one Marine guy, he killed, he took, you know, supposedly a girl, and he turned to be transgender. So this guy gets so angry, he killed the person, and then suddenly all the Filipinos against American, they want to kick them out. And here you see that it doesn't matter what you do to a country. The whole nation, by one TV show, can turn against you. So the American, they sent 200,000 and more soldiers to free Philippines. And then one guy, he killed somebody, he's a Filipino. So now the whole American, they must go. And here you notice that there is no appreciation for the blood of the nation, all those people who die to free Philippines from Japan. So now the Americans themselves, they will ask themselves the same question. If we do today defend China, defend the Philippines against China, are the Filipino going to appreciate? I say no. One TV show will make every Filipino spit at the American. So why the American would defend you? Give them a reason. Always we look at the situation around us. Let me change this picture of this idiot. If I play for you the debate, you would die laughing. Look at this face. Actually, there's a point where Biden here looked really so weird. Look. He's almost going to cry. Oh boy. Yeah. See, the going back to our topic. When people, they trust other nations to protect them, they are just a bunch of fools. Same time, you need to fix your country. All those countries around the world, they have no security, including Europe. Why Europe is acting like a puppy for America? Because they don't have army. They know they are nothing, even though they have nukes. They are terrified if America left them alone. And those are European countries. France, Germany, UK. The UK don't even have army. Hezbollah is more. They have more army members than UK. If a civil war happened right now in UK, who is going to protect the street? They don't even have 100,000, not even 80,000. There's no army. So those countries, they have a very bad lack of security. They open their borders for migrant. The countries inside is being eaten alive. Civil war might erupt anytime inside Europe. The only one who they trust for their security is America. But why the American? They will fight to protect you. They did it before. Maybe they will not do it again. All right. Armenia, they have to deal with Azerbaijan. Well, the Armenian, leadership are a bunch of idiots. They trusted Russia to protect them, and Putin, he sold them. You see, when Azerbaijan, they attack Armenia, one phone call from Putin, Azerbaijan will stop immediately. But Putin, he needs Turkey. And all of us, we knew that the attack on Armenia was behind the Turkey. Putin, he sold them. He needs Turkey, at least for now. So the stupid Armenian government, I mean, look at this president. After all what happened, he did not even resign. If he had little dignity, he would resign a long time ago. Many countries in Europe are just a bunch of stupid. I will give you an example. Greece. Imagine, not this prime minister, I think the one before him, maybe before, I don't like, maybe 5 years ago, he decided to buy drones from Turkey. I mean, can you see the stupidity, how far it can go? How you are a Greek, and now you want to support your military, and what do? You buy drones from Turkey, you idiot? Are you stupid or what? So you buy drone from Turkey so you can fight Turkey? Are you sure? I mean, even the Abdul did not come to this idea. So instead of making their own drones, I mean, this is a Greek that used to be one of the top countries in the world. Philosophers, scientists, they are the top in everything. Let us buy a drone from Turkey. What's happened to you? You lost your mind? They are busy making baklava, drinking coffee in the morning in the balcony, eating calamera. Always leadership. This is why it's important to choose a leader who is a smart, not a donkey. You know, why nobody will dare to attack America? America, if it is strong, they will not dare. If they feel America is weak, trust me, everybody will attack us. As simple as that. Trump, he said something very important. During the time he was in the office, even though I did not like some of his policy, like when Iran hit, as Biden, he said, this is true. Iran hit back after he killed Soleimani. They hit back, they injured 20 soldiers. Trump, he did not respond at all. He did not. However, I can say he is being wise. He don't want to escalate. He killed the guy and he done what he done. Those countries, they erupt with their violence when Biden took the office. But not because America is strong or weak now, no. But because they knew that the one in the office is Obama. Obama is a Muslim, and he is a Shia, and he supports Iran. So now Iran, they knew that America really will never do any harm to them, no matter what they do. And this is why all this madness erupt. For now they have their guy. You will notice that always those terrorist groups, Like Obama came to the office, ISIS, Al-Qaeda in Syria, things is messed up. War in Libya, war in Egypt, war in Yemen, war in Syria. But before Obama, it was okay. But Obama wanted that to happen because he wanted Iran to control all that territory. Trump coming back to the office mean that Iran is going to suffocate financially. Mean that Al-Houthi, they will have no source for money. Mean that Trump will give the green light to the Saudi to burn the ground in Yemen. The first thing Biden he did when he took the office, he put sanctions on Saudi Arabia because they were killing the terrorists of Al-Houthi. In fact, there's one of you, he sent me a video, supposedly he is like, he's being smart, so he sent me a video. He is showing me, I don't know if he's listening, he is showing me how children are dying in Yemen. We should not allow the Saudi do that. People are stupid. They don't know what, those people don't care for their kids. They are the ones killing their kids. If they care for their kids, why they have money for weapon but they don't have money for food? And do you really believe in those videos? Every single citizen in Yemen, he have a brand new Toyota, which I dream to buy. So they make videos of a bunch of kids, God knows they are coming from where. They are so skinny, they are so, and they say, look what's happening in Yemen. And then the whole world, oh, the same what they do in Gaza. They put some, some chicken blood here, chicken blood there, and they make a hole, and they have a movie, and they say, look, there's a kid, he been slaughtered. They cut his head. We know better than those things. I'm not saying that there's not many people are dying for real, but we know that they are the biggest fabricator ever. They staged an attack of a chemical weapon in Syria. It is a very funny movie, and the European, I know they don't believe it. Like now I just heard that the court in France, they issue an arrest warrant for the president of Syria. He is a dictator for sure, there's no question about that. But what is the reason? The chemical attack. I mean, this is the most funny, stupid thing ever. Everybody knows that this was fabricated by the terrorist. They made a movie, they sprayed themselves with powder, and now they are washing them with the host. Where is, do you have any people in the ground? They investigate if this has happened. This is not, do you have like a foreigners? Do you have nobody? It's just a video they recorded themselves. And we know that this guy will not do that because he was afraid that then European Union, they might do to him the same as what they did to Gaddafi. They killed the Gaddafi and they finished his regime. So there's no way he will do it. He's not stupid. So strength have to have many sides, many faces. It can be the strength of the deception, as the Muslim they do. And the Israeli, obviously, they are losing ground everywhere when it's come to media. The Hamas, they rape their daughters. They kidnap them. They burn them alive, and they did not publish one video of that. Why? Because the families don't agree. So what they do, they bring a journalist from around the world, 20, 30 ones, people, and they show them the videos. Why you don't publish it? If everybody in the world, they see what they did, that will be the biggest answer for who you are. So the stupid government, they did not publish one of those videos. What about you publish the video where a bunch of Hamas raping a woman when she's alive? And then the guy, he put her in the table, opened her legs, and he was raping her. In the same time, he started cutting her breast by his knife when she's alive. Why you don't show the video? Why you don't show everybody how filthy they are? They did not. Why? Because the family feeling. They don't want those videos in the internet. Which one is more important now? The family feeling? I mean, their women is, their daughter is raped, is ripped, is tortured, is killed. Why you didn't show the video? So when we speak about a strong nation have to have a strong media. And the media here, you see, when I'm talking about CNN and Fox News, this is not the media war, you know, the war media. And those are a special department in every country. Their job is to analyze information and make news, even fabricate news, to impact the enemy. To impact the enemy. I know you might say this is not ethical, but this is how it is. War is not only missiles and bullet. War is articles, is videos, is speeches, you know, because you need to change the mindset of people. So either they will go against you or they go against your enemy. If you don't make them go with you, they will go against you. There's no other choice. And then, you know, the power of the army and the technology and how to secure your technology so the enemy will not steal it. There's many things, you know. America, obviously, is still the most powerful country in the world. And, you know, they have a lot of advantage in everything. And I think they are advancing fast in many things, which sometime you think about it, it's really scary. So if anyone want to go at war with America, no matter what you see in TV, Joe Biden is weak, Trump, blah, 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 America is the most scary country ever you want to play with. Because if those people lose their mind, the whole world is dead. They have technology beyond your imagination. In fact, I believe maybe in 20, 30 years maximum, they will not recruit army. All those things you see in the movie about the robot fighters are already implanted in the army. Soon they will not even need to make missiles. They are going to use different kind of missiles, like laser missiles, light missiles, all kind of fiction stuff. Right now they are, you know, a massive size of the army is focusing of remote control war. There's no need for men, there's no need for women, there's no need for anybody. Their airplane, they can fly for hundreds of hours without fuel. Most of countries around the world, when they have a drone, they can go for 2 hours, 3 hours, 10 hours, but you cannot go fly forever. So the Americans still, they are the most advanced in every field, in every way. And this is the only way for them to be the strongest and the more, let us say, feared. And that will bring them a lot of, let us say, even money, you know, money and position and power and people they sign deal with them, people they invite them. And the other nations, they are way behind. Like, you know, when those Hezbollah, they are threatening Israel, I laugh. I really laugh. Because we know that Israel can finish Hezbollah and Iran together in less than 1 hour. We know that. Which means there's no way any of those neighbors, sorry,
Would you answer?
any of those neighbors will be able to you know, to win a war against Israel. If those people, they feel that they are losing ground, let us say their enemy is overwhelming with, you know, traditional weapon, like, you know, rockets and, yeah, or even drones, they will nuke you. And their nukes is not just normal nukes. They have the nukes can make the whole country a dust. And this is the only reason for Israel to be exist. All the neighbors around Israel, they hate Israel. Even the Christians in Lebanon, because they are being hypocrite these days. So these days, the leadership of Lebanon, the Christian ones, they say the Israeli enemy, which make me really upset. Isn't those people are your friends, the one they were supporting you during the war with the Muslims? Now they are your enemy? Well, as I said before, when they notice that you are not strong enough, you know, this is what politics is about. You are my friend. When you are my friend, you are my enemy. When I do not need you, I need you, you're my friend. If there's no benefit of you, you are not my friend. I will throw you in the trash. So the election now is coming soon, in a few months from now. And I think all what Biden is trying to do is trying to avoid the war to start between Lebanon and Israel, because that will affect his election. Will affect the election very badly, you know, because then they will start going in the street by tens of thousands from Hezbollah, especially in Michigan. Most of the Muslims in Michigan, they are Shia and they support Hezbollah, and they need their vote. Michigan is a very so-so state, so they can switch, they can turn Republican, they can vote for Trump, they can. So he will do anything to avoid, you know, what can cause him lose one more state. So all those things working against this guy Biden, and Israel, they knew if Trump won the election, they will have a green light to do invasion to Lebanon, which me myself I wish is going to happen as soon as possible. For the only way for Israel to stop Hezbollah and teach them how to behave is to invade. There's no other solution. Those cowards, as long you don't show them, like in the Middle East we use the term red eyes, which mean the eyes of the beast. You know, in fact, the beast eyes is not at night. They are not red. Really, it's the opposite. But it's a term of being like the beast. I don't know if you do hunting at night. Let me teach you a trick. When you go hunting and you see eyes which is red, that means this is an animal which eats grass, like rabbit, donkey, deer, etc. If you see eyes which is it look like a shiny green, you know, like it's like, you know, hard to explain. You can watch some videos. Those are beasts who eat meat. So it can be a wolf, a hyena, a lion, anything eat meat, that their eyes will be different. And we are talking about if it's too dark, so you cannot even see the animal, but you can see the reflection of the eyes light. Anyway, going back to our topic, the Israeli now, they have no choice except to invade. The whole war, the whole way the war ran, it was going really in wrong direction. The Israeli made a big mistake from the beginning, like when they went to Gaza. Let's see if we can find you a Gaza map alone. Instead of going to the border of Gaza with Egypt, this is the last thing they did just 2 weeks ago. That should be the first thing to do. I never heard that an army leaders, they don't think about how to cut supply to the enemy. Everybody knows that all the supply coming to Gaza is coming through the borders of Egypt. So why you wait until now? I mean, I don't know what kind of a leadership this stupid Netanyahu have. This is the first place you should occupy, not the last place. So they waited 8 months to do what? To close the border with Egypt. And it might be that all the hostages now, they are in Egypt. Well, if we have tunnel and we can smuggle weapon, missiles, all kind of things, what about smuggling a person? Huh? So they might be already there in Egypt. They are gone. So they waited all this time because of a stupid leadership. This is why I believe this Netanyahu is an idiot. You know, never give the leadership for military for someone he is a civilian. Because at the end of the day, he is a civilian, even though if he served in the army, but he is not professional. So look what they did here. The green area, Rafah, is the area where they just occupy, not all of it, you know, I mean, like let us say the end of that line. I don't know now where they are, but they are supposedly trying to occupy all of Rafah, and Netanyahu is saying he will finish in a few days from now. We will see if that is true. But if they are smart, instead of starting from the orange area at the right side of the map, they should have started from the green area, for this is where the supply is coming. So they waited 8 months to make a decision, we have to go there. Why? They don't want to make Egypt angry. Okay, here you go, you made them angry. What they do? Egypt, they cannot go at war. This country is bankrupt. If they go at war for 7 days, 8 days, the country will collapse. They have a big, massive population, but they don't have money for war. They don't have money for food. Very stupid leadership. And again, this is why when you go for election, choosing the right leader in the office is extremely important, because a stupid leader can cause you losing security. A strong army is not enough if you have a stupid leader. The whole country now, everybody is doing, like the Iranian, they are shooting at us, Houthi are shooting at us because this guy is doing nothing. He keeps saying we will not respond, we will not respond, we will not do anything, we will not do anything. Okay, so now they get the message, this guy will not do nothing. And now because they knew it's an election, oh, he will not do anything anyway. It's election time. So let us do what we need to do. Those nations, they understand only one thing: fear or weakness. The second they see you weak, everybody will put his knife on your chest. And you know, we as a Middle Eastern, we have history. The Middle Eastern, you know, all their history is based on what? In fear. I will give you an example. When Al-Qaddafi was in the office, if we go to Libya, who dared to open his mouth? Where is the rebels? Where is everybody? Nobody there. There's nobody opposing. There's nobody upset. There's nobody there to open his mouth. The guy, even he claimed to be Allah. He made a book. He called it the Green Book. It's better than the Quran. Who dared to open his mouth? Nobody. The second, the people there, they felt that European, they side with them, and the Qaddafi is getting weaker, Suddenly, everybody is armed and ready to shoot. So the guy is there for 30, almost 35 years, I think. Nobody dare to open his mouth, but only when he is weak. Suddenly, everybody want to eat him alive. Same happened in Syria. When the president of Syria, he was scary. Anyone open his mouth, he'll finish him in a second. The whole country is so quiet. Everybody loved the president. Everybody worship him. Every store have his pictures. The second the country, they felt that the government now is weak. His son took the office. He is not a torture person like his dad. Suddenly, everybody is a brave. Let's go to Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein is the most scary scumbag ever you can imagine. A big dictator. When Saddam Hussein is strong, everybody is a sheep. The second Saddam Hussein is weak, suddenly all of Iraq hate him. What happened? Where have you been? So what I'm trying to say to you, that the population of those territories, they behave only and only if you are a dictator and if you are a criminal with them. If you are a nice person, if you are a person who believe in a human right, they will kill you in less than 24 hours. Just give them little freedom. This is why I say that the stupid American, they don't understand that the Middle East is different. They went to Iraq, they said, we changed the government, we make a new... They thought this is Germany. They thought those are German. Stupid American. Those are Middle Eastern. Those are Bedouin, Arab, Muslims. The second, until now, Iraq at war. And that's it. Iraq now is controlled by Iran. There's no government in Iraq. So the stupid American, they took Saddam Hussein and they give Iran a priceless gift. All the country of Iraq. The stupid American, they forgot that those are Shia. The majority are Shia. Sunni are minority. So now all of Iraq is controlled by Iran. And because the Americans are smart, they decide to go against the Syrian. So now Iran, you know, the president there becomes so weak, he needs the Iranian, they need the Shia to defend him. So the Shia invade Syria, and now Syria is controlled by the Iranian too. So now Iran is going all the way from the Persian Gulf. It's not in Iran no more. All the way through Iraq. Do you see how big Iraq? Iraq is a big country. Plus Syria. Now Iran is trying to collapse the king of Jordan. Just yesterday, they found a big a warehouse of explosion material, you know, coming from Iran. They want to do some assassination, bombing, etc. So soon we will start hearing about bombs and attack and assassination inside Jordan, and maybe they will kill the king. You never know. And now because the king of Jordan, even though he tried to make himself like he support the Palestinians, but everybody knows that he hates them and he is somehow supporting Israel. Like in public, he condemns Israel, but in behind the walls, he is the puppy of Israel. So I will not be surprised if the Palestinian, with the help of the Iranian, they were able to get rid of him maybe very soon. And that will cause a civil war because, you know, Jordan have Arab tribes who support the king and the Palestinian who they hate the king. That's why the king, who is not a king, he is just a Bedouin, he married a Palestinian woman hoping that Palestinian would not go against him as they did against his father. But I don't think that will change anything. Still they hate him because simply if the Palestinian, they can take over Jordan, then they will have a real state next to Israel, and then Jordan will be a bigger problem for Israel than Lebanon or Gaza. Anyway, I hope I did not give you too much headache with my. No, I cannot call Zakir Naik now. Zakir Naik don't like to speak about politics. Zakir Naik is a religious man, and he believed that he should not involve in any politics, especially regarding Gaza. All right. So anyway, we have a good entertainment today watching so-called debate. It was funny and silly. American debate in general, I see them as very entertaining and stupid. What about, if they want to have a real debate, what about we make, let us say, both guys, they bring evidence of what they say before they go to the stage. Let us say numbers. So what about we show reference, we show proofs, approved by experts who they are not Democrat, not Republican, who they say, okay, the economy in this time was better than this time, jobs was like this, jobs was like that, inflation like this, inflation like that. Show numbers and authentic numbers. And instead of this funny, silly debate, I did, you did not, show numbers. And let the numbers come from very authentic, not bias, a study, and people will make judgment. And then we will know who was better, who was not. However, we know that the food in the time of Trump was cheap. The gallon for gas was 160, I remember when Trump he left, it was 160, $1.60. Now is what, $4? In California, I think it is 6 or 7. I'm not sure. So instead of all those things, you said, I said, he said, who cares about what he said and what you said? Let us see for real what he did and what you did. This is why I'm saying numbers can be manipulated, it's true, but if you bring, you see the government, they have budget, right? And their budget is a clear sign of success or failure. To make it simple for you, if I say this year my budget is a $100 million because I'm going to collect tax $110 million. That's just an example of number. And then the tax you were collected was not 110 million. Why? Because economy is not doing good. Because if economy is doing good, then people making more money, then more tax will be paid. So if tax during the time of Trump, even though he cut the tax, was able to collect it and cover the budget, or let us say the plan, or the tax was collected during Trump was way more than the tax collected during Biden, that means business, they were more flourishing, and there's more production, and there's more generation of income than the time of Biden. Because at the end of the day, you pay tax based on how much money you made. There's many ways to find out. The price of gas, the price of food. I used to buy the loaf of a bread. I think it was $1 in Walmart, correct? Now it's almost $2. So it's twice. Coffee, for me, coffee is a major drink. I remember I used to buy it during the time of Trump for $9, $9.50 from Costco. Now it is 16, 17. And that goes for everything else. The interest in the bank, if you want to buy a house, it was 0. During the time of Trump, 0, 0. There's no interest almost. Everybody can buy a house. Now who can buy a house? The interest is 6, 7. which means if you take 100,000, you have to pay 7,000 just interest. This is not the mortgage even. So what the Trump he did, the smart thing Trump he did, very simple. The fuel. The fuel is the fuel of the economy. When you increase the price of gas, that will increase the price of production, the cost of production, the cost of transportation, the cost of shipping, the cost of making, because energy is the production. So when you increase, when you stop using your own oil and you go and buy the oil from foreign countries who they hate us, you are taking money from the country, giving it to foreign country, which means we will have less money inside the country. This is number one. Then the price goes up because it's about demand and supply. If we are buying from indoor, which is cheap because we don't need to pay for shipping all the way from Saudi Arabia or from Qatar, it is here. So we save all this money just to bring the same amount of oil, 1 barrel, to bring it here is going to cost, like, imagine shipping how much it costs. So we save that too. So keeping money inside the country is a lot of money for oil, a lot of money. That alone can flourish the economy. That's number one. Number two, the price is down. That will make every price down. Food, supply, manufacture, electricity, transportation, everything will be way cheaper. All of this is connected. So the smartest thing Trump he did, he focused on local energy. He was not stupid like those, they call them the squad and this garbage. Speaking about the squad, if Benjamin made third temple, is it true? The end is near. My friend, don't worry about the end. Just the only end I see, if your mother-in-law, she came home and her daughter is not happy. Don't worry about the end. God knows when it's going to be. The Lord, he says, nobody will know. Right? Don't worry about the end. Don't go with the, he said, she said. This is the job of God, not my job, not your job. All right? The news we heard yesterday that this guy who is from the squad, what's his name? Jamal? Yesterday, he lost the election. I saw his video. He was dancing on the stage with this mentally ill Cortez. Lord have mercy. Did you see her jumping on the stage? Anyway, so this idiot, he is a congressman in New York. In a territory have a lot of Jews. And this guy, he slandered the Jews non-stop, and he is talking about genocide. He supports Hamas. I mean, a mentally sick person. So yesterday, the Jews in New York, they gave him a screwdriver. And he will remember it for the rest of his life. And from now on, each time he said, he will say, oh, a Jew is hurting me. You know what? This time, I say to you, you can blame the Jews. I am a Christian prince, and I approve this message. They wipe the floor with him. Those stupid people, because the Jews usually always vote Democrat. And it's time for the Jews to remember that Democrat is your enemy, it's not your friends. Stop being foolish. Who is the one who's going to the street harassing your kids? Those are Democrat. Those are not the Republican. It's time for the Jews to notice who is their friend, who is their enemy. They need to switch party. I can't believe it. There is a person, he's a Jew, he vote for Democrat. That's madness. It's like voting for your enemy, the one who hate you most. Anyway, so I hope soon this, what her name, Cortez, she will take vacation and we will say, she will take vacation and go to Cortez land. He was dancing, excited. You should see the video with this woman. And look who support him. You see the guy, the Arab guy wearing the scarf, the Palestinian scarf. Do you see it? You see who support them? Huh? You see? You see the flag, the Palestinian flag, Hamas flag? Yeah? This is who they are. And then they say that Trump is Adolf Hitler. Do you see what she is wearing, this woman? She's wearing the Palestinian scarf. Do you see it? Huh? Ceasefire now? They will cease fire in your ass, you idiot. The Israeli now, they are ceasing fire for real. They are out of animation. That's why they will cease fire. So just wait. Erdogan, he announced that the Muslim world should stand with Lebanon against Israel. And then the first thing I said to myself, why Erdogan is asking the Muslim world to stand against Israel in Lebanon when you are in the border? Shouldn't you do it first? Do you dare to open do you dare to fart, Erdogan? Fart. You are across the borders. In fact, Erdogan is here. This is a Skandaron, which is Turkey stole from Syria. He's in here. There's less than 150 miles away from the borders of Israel. Do something. What you can do? Nothing. Big mouth. But you know, just for election purpose and for propaganda, he want to make himself that he is the one who protect so-called the Palestinians. But in reality, he will not even accept to give them visa to come to Turkey. All right, if you are a Hamas supporter, don't forget to give us this like. I appreciate it. Do we have here anyone who support Hamas? I will give you 30 seconds to give us this like. Otherwise, I will send you free shipping and hand it into Allah. Huh? It's a shameful behavior that you support Hamas and you don't give us this like. Shame on you. I heard that if a video get a lot of dislike or like, get more view, either way. So let us encourage the crowd to give us dislike. Any Abdul? Who support Hamas here? Anyone? You know, for me, if you ask me, I will be willing to give donation to Sinwar to build a nice grave for him. It's not right, like you know, like you kill the guy and you bury him like a rat. You have to give him a nice grave, a human right. This is a human right, you know. We have to treat him like a human. All right. But let's not use bad language, please. What do you think about Jordan Peterson and his lecture on Bible? My friend, I will never take my belief from Jordan. I believe Jordan, I mean, you can have your idea about him, but I believe this guy is not stable. I know many of you like him, but for me, listening to him, make me believe strongly that he is not a stable person. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I see. All right. Never take your belief from anyone because he is famous or he's a professor or, you know, That is the wrong way to do it. I heard him. I heard his daughter. His daughter is for sure is not stable. His daughter is cuckoo. Is a cuckoo from the cuckoo land. Coconut. You know. That's why she went all the way to meet with Andrew Tate, correct? Didn't she go there? That's how stupid he is. Cuckoo. And if her father is smart, and if he is stable, shouldn't he tell his daughter this is a shame to do? You see, this is how you know if a family are stable or not. They are not. They have mental issues. And sometimes you can be very smart. But because you are very smart, you can be cuckoo. You know what I mean? There's a little line, very thin line, between someone who is genius and crazy. And most of those people who they are really, really smart, they are in the stage of being mad and crazy, not smart no more, you know? Yeah. So, you know, I don't believe. I mean, if you can be a person who speak about psychology, but you cannot even teach your daughter how to grow healthy. So what success you did? You spend your lifetime, you know, on the stage teaching people, but you did not teach your daughter. You know what I mean? Um, if a person cannot be succeed or successful to his family first, well, he have no success anywhere in the world. Do we have here anyone from Israel? I like to volunteer in the Israeli army if they want to invade Lebanon. If you are like a high officer, let me know. I can I can be very helpful to tell you where Hezbollah they are hiding because I know all their tricks. Because when I was young, I used to go and hunt frogs. Walk, walk. We know how those cowards function. That is disgusting show, but I cannot expect anything from you. Ah, so Adish, he is disgusting from you. So do we switch to breastfeeding for adult, Adish? What do you think about your prophet show when he did breastfeeding for adult? And his wife, she commanded her sisters and her niece to do breastfeeding. Was it good? Me, myself, I like it, to be honest with you. The only regret I have, I was not alive at that time to practice it. However, if you can make it happen, you can invite me. So me and your wife, we can be so close. And you can watch. I mean, literally close. Breastfeeding for adult men. And you are talking about disgusting? For adult. By the way, I'm not adult yet. So don't worry, don't get jealous. You know, just I will sit in her lap. She can sit in my lap if you want. I don't know which one is more comfortable for you. You know? A Muslim talking about disgusting. Abdul, how would it feel to be sitting in the top of a rocket made by the Jews, going between your legs? Huh? Are you a Hamas member? Hello? I don't know how the Jews can do that. Is it haram? By the way, is it halal to ride those rockets? And you are a mullah? Guys, I'm not even 20. What are you talking about? You know, I always get discount anywhere I go because I'm of my young age. Once I went to a store. I think I bought a t-shirt. I forgot really. That was a long time ago. Not that long. Anyway, I don't know what happened to this girl. She started giving me money. So I took the money in my hand and I went out and I looked what this is. She gave me, I don't know, like she gave me like 5 times more than I paid. So I went back and I went to her, excuse me, uh, you counted the money wrong. She said, sir, no, I counted carefully and you left the store. Okay, but she don't, I don't accept these. You left the counter. The second you leave the counter, she will not let me talk. She was acting like ultimate fart, you know. Like I said, but just sir, I told you, the second you leave the store, we have policy. Huh? You left the store, we don't accept any complaint. You should count the money before you leave. I said, but I told you, sorry, I don't listen. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. She turned her back. I said, but you gave me more. The second I said, but you gave me more. She looked at me. She said, really? I said, you gave me maybe 5 or 6 times more than the price of the t-shirt, which I paid for. You know, what are you doing? What you give me back? Did you count even? Or what is your brain? I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, uh, if you are Abdul and you are disgusted, I know, I feel for you. Okay? All what you need to do, you pray to Allah and everything will be fine. All right. Did we have a good time, guys? Yeah, that's right. Adish, not Aisha. Ah. You're still waiting for the 72 version? How Muslim will have versions if Muhammad will be the first one to enter heaven? I mean, according to Muhammad, he will have the power of 4,000 men. So what do you think Muhammad will do? By the time you arrive there, Muslims, he is the first to enter. All the virgins will be losing their virginity. I mean, the guy have the power of 4,000 men. 4,000. By the way, Muhammad is not exaggerating. Those numbers are accurate. According to scientific study, if you eat 7 ajwa a day, huh, you will have the power of 4,000 men a day, but yet you cannot have babies. صباح الخير يا رامي كيف حالك يا رجل. Guys, should I start a channel in Arabic? In Arabic, I'm going to be way more disaster because then I will have all my horses used. In English, I'm limited because my English is weak. You know, it's not really. Sometimes I don't even know how to know some words. I can't even read them correctly. It's a fact, right? But if I go in Arabic, I mean, that would be disaster. Anyone watch my debate with this guy, the head of the Shia in USA? Anyone watch it? This guy, he was a consultant for the stupid George Bush. Imagine George Bush, he hired him as a Muslim consultant during the war in Iraq. The guy, he lost his mind. And he started accusing the Jews that they are the one cutting his internet. Oh boy. And he accused me to be a Zionist. Yeah, my English is daif, I know. But you know, the benefit of English being daif, to be honest with you, Like if I one day I made a mistake and I get married. A'udhu billah, a'udhu billah. So let us say I get married. Your wife, she can say to you 100 things. After she say all those things, you say, sorry, I understand my, English. You know, when I was in the army, the drill sergeant, he commanded us to jump in the mud. I don't want to jump in this mud. I mean, but it was filthy mud. There's oil in it. There's all kind. It's like the Bi'r Bida'a where Muhammad he jumped to do wudu. So everybody is in the ground except me standing. He get close to me and wearing those hat and he screamed at me. He said, "Go down in the ground." And I, with cold blood, I said to him, "No English." He said, "What? No English?" And he starts screaming, "Can you believe it? What kind of army we have today? They are enlisting people don't speak English. God, what I will do? Go down in the ground. Go down." He point with his finger. So like supposedly I will understand now. I mean, everybody in the ground. There's no way. Even if you are a donkey, you understand that you should go in the ground. And I said to him, "No English, no English." He said, "Get out of here." So he told me to get out away. At night, I was sitting on the bed, those rooms for the army, like there's 40, 50 people inside, and a bunch of them, like maybe 12, I don't know how many, are listening to me, and I was telling them about Islam. And then suddenly the whole room froze, and everybody is looking behind me. Uh-oh. It was the drill sergeant. So he came to me, and he held me from my shirt. He said, "No English, huh? Come with me." So, and he take me outside. He said, "So you said you don't know English?" And then he listened. He said to me, "Listen, I heard what you were saying. And because I like what you were saying, I will not punish you. So you go, make your clothes so dirty, come back after 2 hours. Okay? Don't tell them what happened. You promise?" I said, "No English." He said, "Exactly. Go." So he heard me talking about Muhammad. Obviously, he don't like Islam at all. So it's just because I heard what you are saying, I like what you are saying. By the way, you know a lot. But because of that, I want to punish you. But you have to make your clothes dirty. Very dirty. Yeah. I met a guy in the airport with his wife. He was serving with me. He forgot my name. So he saw me, he said, "No English." His wife, she said to him, "Seriously, this is his name?" He forgot my name. So he said, "Hey, no English, how you doing?" Because that's what he remember. And then everywhere we go, like, it became like a comedy. Yeah. Five of you and no English. All of you go together in this group. And the funny is, the first one, he stand next to me in the line. His name is Muhammad. He was short, and he is, I think, from Chicago. He's just next to me, right away. Uh, so what's his? You have your name in the uniform. So I said, "So your name is Muhammad?" He said, "Yeah." So I start talking to him. Took me 48 hours, I think. He went to the major office and he asked them he want to change his name. He asked him how I can change my name. They said, "Why you want to change your name?" He said, "I don't like it no more. I want to change it." So they gave him a form. He changed his name. He left Islam. Uh, he told me that his mother, she married a Muslim, and she converted, and she made him believe Islam is good. But after 48 hours, he decided to change his name. And then, so I called him Muhammad. He said, "Don't call me Muhammad no more." I said, "What I will call you? This is your name for now." So he gave me a name to call him, but he said, don't call me Muhammad. Yeah. All right. 48 hours. The guy, he changed his name. He was actually a very nice guy. You know, he even, like, I came back, I found my socks washed, you know. I say, hey, what are you doing? I will wash it myself. He said, no, 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 no. I will not forget what you did to me. You wake me up. I was stupid, you know. I said, okay, you are smart now, so just stay smart. I will wash my socks. Don't worry about it. All right, all right. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. So it was a funny debate today. We laugh at it. Let me see what the news today with between Israel and Hezbollah. If there's any hunt, let us see the news. 5 hours ago, U.S. move forces closer to Israel. Okay, so it look like things is getting ready soon. Turkey Erdogan warns Israel against Lebanon. Go fart. 8 hours ago, USA reads to evacuate American from Lebanon. Very good, very good. Al Jazeera TV saying, Israel will send Lebanon back to the Stone Age. Abdul. You know, these areas where the Shia are, they are already in the Stone Age. What are you talking about? You cannot send them. As Ultimate Fort, he says, Ultimate Fort, I said to him that the Quran says, Allah will make the Muslims, the one who don't believe in him, black. He said, can you black? The one is black again? Yeah, no, he can't because he was speaking to the white people, you idiot. He's a racist. So the U.S. evacuate American from Lebanon to evacuate. All right, that's good. Sound good. Israeli strike reportedly creating 5 kilometer zone, dead zone. That's very good. Yeah, when you see the strikes start getting crazy, that means the invasion is very, very, very soon. Israel bombs flatten South Lebanon villages amid fear. Only flatten it? Israeli Marine troops of potential escalation. Very good, very good. Israel, Hezbollah explain. Yeah, right. CNN, this is Jerusalem Post. By the way, Jerusalem Post and those newspapers, they are owned by liberals. And always they say the most stupid things ever you can imagine. So you cannot take from them really any real news. Where Al Jazeera says, yeah. All right. We hope soon we will hear good news. Yeah, I want Israel to invade the south of Lebanon, really. Somebody have to put those Hezbollah in their place. If you don't teach them how to behave, they will never behave. What's CPCPA? Is that a new song? Don't give it to Joe Biden. He will change his slang for the election. Yeah, I like to join the ADF, but they will not trust me because I'm an Arab. I understand, but otherwise I will. And I can be very helpful, actually. I can do way better than all what they have. because I understand their language, I understand their plan, I understand how they think. The top of that, that will make them more angry to see Arab fighting against those cowards, rapists. I never went to a shelter. I went through war many times, and I never really went to a shelter. Never. I know people who used to go to shelter and they got killed. And me, the one who never hide, nothing happened to me. Only once, actually, I was injured. Um, but never went to a shelter. You are always welcome here. Here where? Are you from Israel, Moses? Yeah, the target in Damascus was a company who obviously they are involved in making tunnels underground, the same as Hamas, Iranian company. So the Israeli, I think, yesterday they attack it and destroy their machines. Pluto is thinking about when I was born. My friend, nobody knows when I'm born, save Allah. Even my mom. I asked her when I was born, which day. She said, I don't know. All what I know, it was a bad day. Mom, come on, which day? She said, it was a bad day. That's all what I know. So since then, I don't think about it. Yeah, Sahih Christian is guessing. That's good. We are in the guessing mood. Yeah, so, I hope soon the war will start because you see, sometimes you have to burn the dry grass for your safety. You know what I mean? Leaving long, dry grass around your house is a very stupid mistake. And Israel, they have to burn the weeds around their houses. Otherwise, they are making a big mistake. What do you think about Kurdish people? Well, Kurdish these days are different from Kurdish in the old days. We as a Christians, we have bad history with the Kurdish. As an example, Salah ad-Din was a Kurdish. He killed a lot of Christians. But we don't judge the Kurdish today by the crimes of the Kurdish in the past. Is this really life? No, it's dead. If you want me to prove to you that this is not life, this is dead, look at this. Look at Joe Biden. He froze. Now you believe me, don't you? Why people they ask me questions about where are you from? Are you Chaldean? I am. My friend, those are not important. You need to focus in what I stand for. What if I am an African? What if I am from Indonesia? What if I am? Is that going to make a difference for you? What are those questions about? You should always focus in what a person he stands for. Either you agree with him, you support him for what he say, or etc., or against him. Where he's from doesn't make any difference. Biden confused? No, I was surprised that Biden he was able to look at the right direction. I was expecting him to talk to Trump by looking at the at the left. You know, that would be funny. Imagine suddenly Biden, he'd start looking at the left of his side instead of looking at Trump in the right. That would be good. All right. Are you from heaven? I don't know. Maybe. Is that why I have guns? Maybe I am. Maybe. I thought about it always. I said to myself, where is the bullet coming from? They must be heavenly bullets. No? Yeah. All right. I was surprised actually he was able to stand for all this time in the debate. They did not give him a chair. But I think they gave him a lot of a drink, you know, like those energy drink to make him able to stand for 90 minutes. Maybe. Well, those debate are not debate. Those are kind of entertainment. You said, he said, you know. At the end of the day, you know, people will look at numbers. By the time of the election, if things is getting worse, like more worse, well, Biden is screwed. However, as long Democrat, they control every department of government, including election, I'm not sure if Biden will lose. If they were able to steal the election when Biden was not a president, do you think they will lose the election when Biden is the president? You know what I mean? So I think even if a Trump, like he have a chance of 100% to win, still it is most likely that Biden will have 110% to win. You know what I mean? Because I believe they will fabricate a lot of votes, the same they did in 2000, the last election. They can do it now, right? The only difference is that lately there's a lot of people, they are in the ground who they are not with this or that. They are feeling the heat of inflation, prices, food, electricity, you know, energy. Those who they are work in the government too. So those, if they are decide not to support Biden and not to allow cheating, they can be a big obstacle for Biden administration to make a win. Otherwise, he can do the same as he did last time in the election, and they cast, you know, they can cast a couple of millions of votes in Georgia, and you know, yeah, you never know. But we will see. You know what? If Trump he won this election this time, then I think the accusation of Trump losing, I mean, the election was rigged, is not true. Because if he can rig it then, well, he can rig it now. Now he is the president, you know, he can do it more. So if a Trump he won, that means the election really is not being touched, and it was a true election. Which means the election, the last election was right, nothing wrong with it. And then that make it Biden, he won the election. But we will find out, you know, in a few months from now. You know, last election we have for like, you know, everybody was expecting that the Congress will be the Democrat, they will lose massively. But it was not really, nothing much happened. I mean, the Republican, they control the Congress, but just a small number, I think one or two, something like that. I don't know, 5, I'm sure. Yeah, nothing much happened. Why Islam in Lebanon? Well, when Islam start to take over in Lebanon, when the Mamalik, you heard of the Mamalik, the Albanian slaves, those are brought from Albania, and they were taken all the way to Egypt. And then the Egyptian, they used them for a long time as a gang, mafia. They are professional criminal. By time, those people, they took over Egypt, so they became the rulers. The caliphate, they sleep with their women, and then the kid who will become the son of the caliphate. So by time, the kid, he is a son, the uncle is an Albanian, so the Albanian, they take over, and then the Albanian, they start doing massacres for the Christians all over this area, and even they went all the way to the heart of Lebanon in the mountains. If you remember, I posted a video about Lebanon in Patreon. I think it was maybe 10 days ago. So those Albanian, they went all the way even to the top of the mountains, and they killed tens of thousands of Christian Lebanese. And they give massive land to the Muslims. So they start importing Muslims to that land, so they will take over. That's why you see cities like Saida, Sur, those cities here, it's mentioned in the Bible too. They've been hijacked by Muslims. So they were able to take by the sword, Otherwise, until 1860, even Syria, the majority of the population was Christians. But in 1860, the Ottoman, they launched a massive genocide against the Christians in Lebanon and Syria, in Iraq, in Armenia, etc. And the result of that is millions of Christians being slaughtered. And that caused a lot of Christians to migrate from those countries and go to, most of them, they went to South America. All right? This is why you find in South America, like now Lebanon is about 5 million, population in Lebanon. But I think there's maybe 25, 26 Christian Lebanese abroad. So there's like, 6 times more than the home population of Christians abroad. Yeah. So the history between the Christians in the Middle East and the Muslims is very bloody. And until now, they are working hard to take over Lebanon. And this is why now Hezbollah, by the help of some filthy, trashy, so-called Christians in Lebanon, who betray their people just to get a job, like the previous president of Egypt, of Lebanon. His name is On. This guy is a piece of garbage. So he supported Hezbollah, so Hezbollah will make him a president. You have to have certain vote in the parliament to get the president to be agreed upon. So he got the support of some stupid Christians in Lebanon, and he got support of Hezbollah, so they made him president. But he was a decoy, and Hezbollah used him to take over Lebanon. And after being president for, I think, 8 years, Lebanon today is Lebanon today. Bankrupt, banking system collapsed, no electricity, nothing function. The only function area actually in Lebanon is the Christian areas. All right. Yeah, and wherever Islam goes, terror happen. I mean, name for me one country is not struggling with this garbage cult. Just name one. from Myanmar to Indonesia to Thailand. Anytime you hear bombing somewhere, it's Muslims. When the last time you heard a Jew doing suicide bombing, or an Indian, Hindu, or a Buddhist, or a Christian, or even atheist? Wherever they go, the land is burned. Why Palestinians are not wanted anywhere? Those are not Palestinian. Those are not Palestinian. They have nothing to do with Palestinians. There's no Palestinian since long, long time ago, thousands of years ago. Those are Arab, Bedouin. They come to this land during the occupation of the Arab, when the Caliphate occupied this land. Before that, there's nobody there speak Arabic. If you ask anyone in those in Gaza, are you an Arab? He will say yes. But Arab are not Palestinians. Well, I don't know what the Buddhist monk he said. I have no idea what he said, but I don't know. I cannot speak of something I'm not sure of. I do not need a Buddhist monk to tell me, but I hope they are giving a good idea about what Islam is. Yeah, everybody is a Palestinian suddenly. Even Jesus, they made him Palestinian. Those come back. They are like the same as Muhammad. They hijack everybody. So Musa became a Muslim. Isa is a Muslim. Abraham is a Muslim. Even Adam was a Muslim, man. Even cats is a Muslim. You know, according to the Quran, even pigs are Muslims. The word Palestinians mean the migrant, the foreign migrant, or occupation. So those are not local anyway. If you call yourself Palestinian, that means you are not from this land. It's like today you say alien, like those who come to USA, they don't have papers, so they kill them like an illegal migrant, So this is what Palestinian means. It's Palestine. So it's not a name for local. The name alone, even if they are Palestinian, the name alone proves that they are not from the land. But anyway, they are not. When the Assyrian, they come to the land and they enslave every single person in the land, they took with them not only the Jews, they took all the Palestinians who are located in Gaza. You remember the story in the Old Testament about Samson, right? When Samson destroyed the temple of those pagan, he destroyed it on them and on himself. They were Palestinian. But at that time, there's no Palestinian now. So when they took all the slaves, and then we know the story, how a Jewish woman, she was able to free her people from the slavery. So the king or the Assyrian, they freed the Jews, they allowed them to go back, but they did not free the Palestinians. So the Palestinians who they were in the land, they stay in Iraq and they never come back. All right. If Trump loses the election, what do you think will happen to America? Well, what will happen next? Maybe Joe Biden, after a few months, he will take vacation to Allah. Then we will have a funny president. She will keep laughing, taking drugs. Her name is Kamala Harris. and then we might have a war with the with the China and Russia. Russia. And what you can do, a land of stupidity. I hope that will not happen, but everything is possible because Biden might not live a year after if he became a president again, and then the president will become Kamala Harris, the one who laughs all the time, the laughing machine. They gave the Nobel Prize for Arafat. Yeah, because they are pervert. But don't blame the one who gave Arafat the Nobel Prize. Blame the Jews themselves, the stupid leaders of Israel. If you did not shake hands with them, there's nothing called president of Palestine now. You see, nobody want to say the correct thing. If the stupid Israeli did not shake hands with the terrorist Yasser Arafat, there's nothing called state of Palestine, and nobody's speaking about it. Nobody called a president of Palestine, and they don't have a flag. So it was the stupid behavior and thinking of the Israeli. It's you who gave them the title. It's you who made the terrorists legitimate by your stupid submission to Bill Clinton. %90 of the bad things happening now to Israel is happening because of stupid leadership of Israel, including the growth of Hezbollah, the growth of Hamas, the giving so-called Palestine legitimate name, a state name, a flag name, and even a member, watching member in the United Nations. All of this done by the Israeli, not by your enemy. It is your stupid leaders who did it. What my first executive order? Inside the country or abroad? If abroad, I will invade Lebanon, and I will make the Houthi shish kebab, and then I will drop some gifts to the Iranian. Destroy all their manufacture for nukes, so they will never have one. That is for the first day. Second day, we think about it later. So anyway, the Israeli, they made a lot of a stupid mistake, and all the garbage happening right now is because of their stupidity. Like, the Israeli, they establish an army of Lebanese in their border. It's called the South of Lebanon Army. So let me see if I can switch the map here. All right. So if you look at the map here in Lebanon, well, this map is not really colored, so you don't see the borders very, very well. But anyway, I cannot. My mouse is showing, right? You can see my mouse. Yeah. So anyway, so they establish an army in this area, in the south of Lebanon, and this army was Lebanese, who they are sponsored and supported by the Israeli. Okay, sound good. So this army was able to stop Hezbollah from getting closer to the borders of Israel. The stupid Israeli, because of politics, because nobody is a leader, they care for election, they withdraw overnight, and they left this army alone. Without even telling their friends we are leaving. Imagine how they betray them. So that create a chaos, and those army, they collapse. They left us alone? We cannot fight alone. Who's going to support us now? So the army collapsed, and Hezbollah invade the area, and that make Hezbollah became so famous overnight. And then suddenly their flag everywhere, they kick the Israeli. It's the same what happened in Afghanistan, The stupid Biden, he led Afghanistan, and now the Taliban, they claim that they are the one who kicked the American. So the stupid Israeli, by withdrawing in such a miserable way from Lebanon, in the south of Lebanon, they gave the land to Hezbollah. And since then, Hezbollah is growing so fast. And now, because Hezbollah were able to take south of Lebanon, based on the news, everybody now says, wow, how Hezbollah can do that? The Israeli, they run away. That was the biggest stupid mistake the Jewish state did ever. That stupid mistake is going to cost them for a long time. And the proof is today. Now, the Christian in Lebanon don't trust them. Because they trust the Israeli before, they betrayed them. The Muslims in Lebanon don't trust them. Because some Muslims, they joined the army to defend Israel, and they betrayed them. And the Israeli himself is the one who allowed Hamas to grow. The founder of Hamas was freed from jail for one purpose, to establish Hamas, to make it grow. And this was done by the Israeli. The purpose was, we will let this guy grow, and then those Palestinians, they will be divided. And this is exactly what happened. Hamas, they took over Gaza, and they killed all those who support Hamas. Arafat. But now you get rid of Arafat, which was not, let us say, sponsored by ideology of religion, with someone is way more worse. So they got rid of Arafat group by establishing a very aggressive Islamic terrorist group. This is how smart the Israeli. And now they don't know how to get rid of them. That's why I say to you, leadership is more important than the army itself. They were not friends. Well, like, are you in love with them too? But no, I can say they are friends because they fight with you and they give their life. It's a war. So whatever you want to call them, they defend your borders. You use them. How you betray them? You betray them. And now nobody will trust Israel. Like now, if you ask the Lebanese Christians, would you like to join Israel in case they attack Hezbollah? They will not do that because they don't trust you. You will betray them second day. Why they want to go in a war for you? So the Israeli, they have a very shallow plan for the future, and they support evil groups, hoping that evil can do good. So I want to remind people that when you support evil, evil will come back to you. This is what the Americans did. They support the evil Osama bin Laden. They said, okay, those are stupid people. They are religious. They will go to war. They will say Allahu Akbar. They kill the Russian. We get rid of the Soviet Union. Boom, boom, boom. We are happy. The Soviet Union is gone. And now the dog, which you grow, is coming back to bite you. You understand? So Israeli should not repeat such a stupid mistake again. Netanyahu himself, he supported Hamas in Syria. Is that correct? Is that correct? This is how stupid Netanyahu. How you want to fight Hamas indoor and you support Hamas outdoor? How they are terrorists and you support them in Syria? They are fighting against Hezbollah. No, they are not. There we go. Now, Hezbollah is using the same group, Muslim Brotherhood, inside Lebanon. Anyway, remember always, if you cook poison, in your kitchen dishes. Maybe you think you can give the food to your enemy, but some poison will stick in your dishes too. So planning for evil never succeed. Never. And Israel need to remember that. Never do the same stupid mistake that the American they did, but we are doing the same. Israeli support Azerbaijan in their war against Armenia. Armenian, they have a big number inside Lebanon. So now nobody in Lebanon, he is an Armenian, he will support Israel move against Lebanon in any way because you've been evil to them. You supported their enemy who killed thousands of their young men and women. Very stupid mistakes. You went all the way to Azerbaijan. You think really Azerbaijan will support you in case of war with Iran? They will not. Both are Muslims and both are Shia. And they hate you. Armenian, they support Palestinian as a response to what happened to them. The Israeli, they gave a lot of weapons to Azerbaijan. I know that this is a stupid decision from the Armenian, but do you blame them? The Israeli, they give a lot of weapons to the Azerbaijani to kill Armenia. So this is the lowest they can do to, return back to Israel. So Armenia now, they agree to acknowledge the Palestinian state, but this is, useless anyway. But you see that what I'm saying, the Israeli are being stupid. Instead of generating more friends, they are generating more enemies. Very bad leadership. It was very important to be close to the Armenian, not to the Azerbaijani, because in Lebanon there is a big number of Armenians. And now, in case of war in Lebanon, you need everybody in Lebanon to support you, to stand with you against Hezbollah. And I assure you, Armenia will support Israel in this war. Because what the Israeli did in Azerbaijan. Remember one thing. You will harvest what you grow. And all the evil we see happening now to Israel, it was the seed of the stupid Netanyahu and the previous leadership before him. All your peace agreement was a piece of garbage and you are stupid. You gave all of Sinai to Egypt for what? Nothing. Egypt supplying Hamas with all the weapons they want. Not only that, you did not even have control with the border between Gaza and Egypt. This is how stupid you are. So you have them have their own borders. Huh? Okay, have fun. So we signed peace agreement with Egypt, but until now the Egyptian from time to time they threat you. So there's no peace. Anytime the war can break. The only reason the Egyptians are not attacking you because they are poor, they have no money. You sign peace agreement with Jordan. Well, every single citizen of Jordan spit on you and would love to kill you all. So your agreement is just a piece of garbage. It's just a matter of time this king will go, they will have a new king and they will rip it off and they will say war. You sign peace agreement with Emirat. What Emirat have to do with you? What that would do? I will tell you what they would do. They will penetrate your system. Your girls are going to Emirat and they are getting married from Muslims, and slowly the Muslim will invade because now Emirati, they do not need visa. Bahrain, they do not need visa to Israel, and your girls are very easy because they are not really they don't care, they just trying to have fun. So they marry them, they sleep with them, they have babies from them, they convert them, and now they will become inside Israel. So what you did with those agreements, what was the benefit? Nothing. What was the point? Who is from the neighbors of Israel love Israel? Nobody. So the Israeli are fooling themselves. Speaking of peace agreement, it's just a piece of paper and you are being a fool. In fact, I consider a peace agreement between the Arab and Israel is the biggest threat to Israel. Anyone knows why? Who knows why? This is the biggest threat ever to Israel. Not only the threat, it is the biggest disaster to Israel. Because when you sign agreement, peace agreement, you relax. Right? We have, that's it. The war is over. So now our war industry will not be active. Our spending for war is not the same. Our worry about war is not the same. We do not need to have a big army or training. We do not need to force our young men and women to be trained or serve for 2 or 3 years. We relax, we go to sleep. And that is the moment where your enemy will jump on you. And this is exactly what happened in October 7. The Israelis were asleep. Well, Hamas did nothing for the last 20 years. 20 years. We're friends. We have party. Saturday, we go to sleep. We turn the phone off. I mean, have you ever heard of somebody have Hamas in their neighbor 500 meters away and they turn their phones off? The soldiers who they are in the border, they turn their phone. Oh, it's Saturday. We are religious. That is the most stupid religious ever I heard. Imagine even those civilians, they turn their phone off. They hear shooting and nobody turn his phone to see what's going on. We cannot even turn the radio on. It's Sabbath. It's Sabbath. You see Jesus what he said? He said, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for Sabbath. Those stupid people, they start worshiping the Sabbath. I mean, is it common sense? There's missiles, there's shooting, don't you open the radio, see what's happening? They don't want to open the radio. Haram, haram, brother, haram. Stupid mentality. And then the criminals, they came to their houses, they hunt them like sheep, they took the women, they killed the children, they raped them, they took them, they destroyed them, did all kind of garbage. Hey, my friend, those are the one who is fighting with Israel right now. Those are the hypocrite Arab who they have no friends. Those are the last one to trust. The Druze in Lebanon, they keep cursing you. How come the Druze in Israel, they are in love with you? The Druze have no religion. The Druze, they are the Druze. They will switch side in a second. The second they see Israel is weak, they will switch side. By the way, the most hypocrite people ever. What, by the way, what the rules? You're just fooling yourself. In fact, I believe that 90% of the stolen weapon in Israel from their warehouses is stolen by those people and sold to Hamas. They are building a new city in Egypt. I believe that this city is just a way to make the president and his friends rich. And I will explain to you why. Like, you know, we say now Cairo became so busy, right? And very crowded. And we have a lot of desert land. So the one who own their areas, let us say, you see my mouse, where it is? So if I say here, this land is empty, and I decide to build a city there, and then I tell my friends, my family, go buy lands there, tens of kilometers, you know, for a very cheap price from the government, from me, buy it, you know, and then we build a city supposedly in the leftover land, which is the government land, still owned land, based on the map, before even they announced the map. So the whole idea of building new cities is to make the gangs of the president, his friends, military generals, rich and richer. So we spend a lot of money to build a new city, but who needs the city? Nobody. But that's it. We will make a lot of money. So the one who bought 1 meter for 1 cent, the meter will be a $1,000. That's the whole idea. Otherwise, the whole city is a joke. Those countries, they don't have a future, and all their politics is based on fear. Like, I don't know how many of you remember that in the Egyptian media, every day they talk about Ethiopia, Ethiopia, they will stop the water on us, we are going to die. It was the propaganda of the Egyptian government. They want to keep the crowd busy. So they don't think about the president was doing. So now our fear is the water. Suddenly, no, how come nobody is talking about the water now? Because now the president and his gang, they took over the country. Everything is stable for them. So we do not need to get them busy. If we feel that the economy is going bad, people, they are getting so angry, we will raise an issue like this, so they will be busy with it. We will go on war with Ethiopia. They will cut the water from us. They are trying. They are sponsored by Israel, or Gaza, or anything. It's just to keep the crowd busy. Do you know what the 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 target practice is? I will tell you a little story so you might understand. Once I went to a friend. He bought a new house, but his house, like the front yard of his house, the company they built, they did not finish everything, so he have a lot of small rocks, hundreds. He said, I don't know what to do with this. I said, it's very easy to get rid of it. He said, how? I said, do you have empty garbage can? He said, yes. I said, bring it, but be sure it's something will be demolished. I said, don't tell me you're going to work the whole 2 days to clean the yard. I said, no, I will not do it. Just wait. So he brought it. I put it in the other side of the street, which is empty land. It's a new area. They are building houses. There's a bunch of kids. I said, hey, kids, who can hit that can there with his rock? And I took the first rock and I throw it at the garbage can in the other side of the road. All the kids in the area, they came and they started throwing rocks from his yard, targeting the garbage can in the other side of the road. Very, very short time, there's no rocks in his yard. So anyone understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe nobody. Are you guys sleepy? Oh, it's getting late. Okay. So the whole idea is, the targeted practice is, I cleaned my yard by making other kids have fun, getting them busy, but they never know that I, in fact, making them do the work I want to do. And this is what the government they do. So now Israel will be a targeted practice of hatred, problems. So the local, they will throw all their problems at the neighbor. So the Israeli is a kind of, let us say, a window of a breathe for those Arab neighbors. Any problem they have indoor, they blame the Jews for it. So if we have a problem, how we can make the crowd be busy, not to focus in our problem. Gaza, speeches in the parliament, speeches in TV, everybody is angry, so everybody forgot what's happening in their own land. Everybody is now upset from the Jews. So Israel is very important as a target practice, metaphorically, for the Arab neighbors. They blame the Jews for everything. Why in Jordan we don't have water? Israel. Israel, Israel. Why we don't have jobs? Israel. Why in Syria things is messed up? Israel. Why in Lebanon we messed up? Israel. Even Turkey, they claim that everything wrong in Turkey is because of Israel. So the target practice is used by those evil government to move the stress of their nation, and instead of being against their own government, will be against the neighbor Jewish country, which everybody hates from them. So are you getting what I'm saying? That's why Israel is very important for those. Iran, if there is no Israel, Iran will do what? What they will say? Death to who? How they can explain, how they can recruit, how they can spread Shiaism. The whole idea of Islam is militant, is war. So Israel is a very important target practice for hatred. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you don't? You know, Muhammad, when he said, if there is no Jews, no food will decay. This is a very, very like fixed idea in the head of those Middle Eastern. So now anything happened, they blame the Jews for it. Anything. See it? Let us show you that. This one doesn't say the Jews. Oh, okay. Muhammad said, had it not been for the children of Israel, mean Bani Israel, meat would not have gone bad. So even they blame that the meat go bad because of the Jews. So do you understand now the mentality? This is a tactic used by Muhammad since his time. So he deport all the garbage he have in his society to blame for it a minority, a small, weak, tiny minority. He did not say the Christians. Anyone knows why? Because the Christians are big in number. He want to blame the weakest, the women and the Jews. He needs somebody to blame, but he avoid to blame the big one. And this is why now you see that all of them, they are focusing in Israel. Why? Because they cannot say we want to kill the Christians. The Christians are massive in number. That will unite the Christians. If the Muslim want to go really make a war, Christians versus Muslims, for sure the Muslim will be defeated easy. But Israel is a small country. The Jews are a very tiny number in the world. So they are easy target, easy for the purpose. And they will not unite the whole world against them if they say the same as if they say we need to kill the Christians. So the Israelis are perfect target for them. All right? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. If you ask yourself, why Muhammad saying if there's no Jews, the meat will not decay? Muhammad, he claimed that every evil thing happened in this earth happened because of the Jews. When I can confirm that every evil thing happened in this earth happened because of Muhammad. Anyway, uh, let us see what will happen tomorrow or in the very soon future with this Israel-Lebanon. Let me see if there's any new news. Okay, Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah launch closer or in Lebanon. I don't see. Last hour. All right, Israel Gaza Live troops conduct exercise amid. Yeah, I don't see anything massive yet, but I hope soon the Israeli they will take action and they will go inside Lebanon, for I believe this is the only way to bring security to their land. Otherwise, those people they are coward, and if they fear, they are like dogs, when they smell the smell of fear in your skin, they will go more aggressive. All beasts, before they attack you, they smell you. And the only smell they are looking for is the smell of fear. The second they notice that you have fear, the cat will become a lion and the rat will become a cat. If they feel that you have no fear, then the lion will become a cat. It's all about fear. It's a game of fear. That's why Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror. So he won the war before the war happened, because his enemy is scared. The only way to deal with those people is to do what they think they can do to you, is to install fear in their heart by showing them what you can do. If you are the one who live in fear, they are superior and you are weak. All right? No, I'm not going to I'm going to finish. It's getting late for me. It's really late. I was actually going to go and stay here for 15 minutes only. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to keep this video too. This stupid pattern is not worth even the time, but it was just to have fun with you guys. Always in all your life, never let your enemy see that you have a fear on you, because the second you have fear, you lost. Without even the fight, you are already a loser. Especially if the fear is not a wise fear. Like, there's a fear of like being smart, taking, tuition, what to do, how to protect yourself. This is a smart fear. This is not the fear we're talking about. I'm talking about the fear which can freeze you and make you unable to think and able to act. So you become like a rabbit. I'm not talking about the wise fear. There is a wise fear. Is how, okay, if I stand up now, they will shoot me. I'm not going. This is not about. This is not about being, a coward. Yeah, this me. You're smart. Oh, I'm going to creep in my building. This is not because you are a stupid coward, because this is a smart way to do it. So you can win the war. So there is a fear of cowardness, and there's the fear of wisdom. Like, I fear to commit sin, so I prevent myself to exist in a place where I can commit sin. So that is a fear of wisdom, not a fear of being a coward. In the case of war, you need to know what is your weakness and what is your strength and what is the weakness of your enemy and what is their strength, and you need to use that. So now the Israeli, they have a lot more strength than weakness. The only weakness they have, as I see it, they are a civil nation. Then you need to get rid of that. Being civil should not be considered in the time of war because your enemy is savage. If you all decide to become civil and they are savage, well, they will hurt you and you will not hurt them because you decide to be stupid, civil. You should be civil with the one who is civil. But with the savage, you should be more savage. Otherwise, you will never win. They have no rules. They have no ethic. So if you say to yourself, I'm going to be ethical, that is a stupid move. The goal of this war is to destroy your enemy. The goal of their war is to finish you all, women, children, everybody. The goal of your war to kill their fighters. The goal of their war is to kill every one of you. So if you want to fight such a kind of people, then you have to deal with them as they deserve. Otherwise, you are giving them upper hand over you. So Israel now, they have a massive power in the air, a massive power even by missiles. They have massive power in everything, in the ground, everything. So why you are hesitating? You are hesitating because American told you not to do that? Because Europe will be angry from you? They are angry from you anyway. Finish it. Finish this drama. And they should not. And I believe if the Israeli invade south of Lebanon, it's going to take way less than invading Gaza. Why? Because Gaza there is now a city under the ground. In south of Lebanon, they don't have such a thing. They can't even do that. They can build some tunnels for warehouses, for weapons, which is easy to discover. But I believe the war there will be way easier. Especially, there's a lot of villages in the south of Lebanon who they hate Israel. You know, did you ask yourself how the Israeli can find where a leader of Hamas in Syria, whereas the leader of Hezbollah is sleeping in Syria? They must have a lot of people in the ground supporting them. And that because Hezbollah is a Shia party, and the Sunni, they hate them. So I assure you that all the information they receive about those terrorists is sent by Muslim Sunni. Or maybe some Christians, but I assume 99.9 is Muslim Sunni. In Syria, in Libya. Otherwise, how the Israeli they knew? I mean, they knew the guy where he is smoking his cigarette. So they have a massive access to information. So that is telling you they have in the ground ability to reach into, like their spying ability is extremely scary. Like in order to chase somebody's phone, you need to know the number. Those people, they change their number every day. They don't have a phone number really. So how you can chase them? Obviously there's somebody, they have a lot of spy in the ground. And I assure you that most of them, they are Muslim Sunni who hate the Shia, and they are supplying the Israeli with locations, with informations, with names, with warehouses, with everything they need. And that additional strength for Israel, that in the ground, there's a lot of Muslims, they hate the Shia, specifically Hezbollah. So they have a lot, and you know, as usual, when you are strong, nobody go against you. The second you collapse, suddenly a lot of people will fight. So I bet you, if Israel attacked Lebanon, and Israel was able to take a big number of Hezbollah, all those Muslim Sunni, like in Saida or in those territory in the south, they will revolt against Hezbollah and they will bear arm. And the same will happen in the north. And I will not be surprised even if things start moving inside Syria and the Muslim Sunni, you know, start moving. Because when they see Hezbollah is weakening, that's the moment they are waiting for. All right. All right, guys. I think we have enough for today. Should I delete this video? It's just about politics. There's nothing really important. And I think all of you by now understand how I think. You know, give me Israel army for 7 days and I will change the whole Middle East. Just 7 days. 7 days. I will give them back the leadership in the day number 8. Trust me, I will change the Middle East. 7 days maximum. The stupid Netanyahu, we have the whole year he could not finish Gaza. Just give me 7 days. I will teach all of them how to behave. Yeah. As I said, when you show them that you are a person who have no fear, they will bow down. They are cowards. When they see that you are a civil person who go by, you know, the political correctness madness, then they will jump all over you like monkeys. All right? How? The same as Middle Eastern, they deal with Middle Eastern. How? How Saddam Hussein, he ruled for 40 years. How al-Qaddafi, he ruled for 35 years. How the president of Egypt, he ruled for 40 years. How the Assad ruled for 35 years. How? Those people, they understand one language. One language. Any other language, they are not listening. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep this video. It's just about politics. I hope tomorrow maybe we'll go live again. And until we see you soon again, don't delete it. Why? It's just politics. There's nothing really. Yeah, why not? I mean, what Prime Minister? You see, if you look at those who they are in the government and you give them jobs, none of them is a qualified really. They don't have a skills in war. They don't have a skills in politics. They don't have a skills in law. They don't have a skills of anything. They are not thinker. They are not smarter. They are not fast. They are just a bunch of dumb people who do politics to win a job. A country at the stage of risk, they need someone special. You have to be special in everything. You have to be warrior in the case of war. You have to be smart so he can make more friends and less enemies, because you're at war. So you need to look for friends. You need to establish more friendship. Israel failed in that field. They fail with their neighbors. They fail with their enemies. They fail with everybody. They allow their enemy to grow. The Israeli, the way I see them as a government, is like somebody, he have a bunch of rats in a hole next to his house. So he don't throw the garbage in the garbage dumpster. He say it's easy if we give it to the rats. And the rats get bigger and bigger, and they have more babies. And now they want to eat your house. And the rats, they were digging under your you know, structure of your building, and then suddenly you wake up and you find that there's a cracks in your wall and your house is collapsing. This is what the Israeli did because they have a wrong leadership. All right? So if you understand what I'm saying, then you get my point. If not, I don't think if I explain more it will work. Those people are very deceiving, and they betray each other all the time. Did you ask yourself why in the Middle East the population is still small in number? The only reason the Middle East number or population is growing now, because of the stupid American. I have to say it. If not the American put their nose in everything, until now Saddam Hussein will be fighting in Kuwait with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Emirat, Bahrain. That's the truth. The stupid American, they put their nose. Always those people, they are at war at each other. If not the stupid Trump, Saudi Arabia will be invading Qatar, and Hamas will not be sponsored now. It was the stupid Trump who forced Saudi Arabia not to invade Qatar. Just a week before he left the office, Trump, he forced Saudi Arabia to shake hands with Qatar. The stupid Trump himself. That's truth. Very stupid leadership. But who understand? Nobody. Nobody. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. And I will see you tomorrow, if God allow us to be here again. And I will see you again. God is good. So is Jesus. And we praise the Lord for everything we have and for what we don't have. For sometime what they don't have is a gift. And sometimes what you have, it can be a curse. So praise the Lord for what you have and what you don't have. And ask him to bless you. Ask him to be with you. And ask him always to stand with you in the time of fear, in the time of weakness, more than in the time of strength. For if the Lord is with me, who could be against me? So we pray that the Lord will be with us so we can be wise, so we can be strong, so we can overcome our fear and overcome our weakness. And then, when you are ready to do what you need to do as a person who believes in the Lord, then the Lord will support your plan. For your plan is going to be his plan. And your plan will be a blessing to you and your land and your family. Remember, never support evil, for evil will come back to you. Never, ever plant weeds in your garden, thinking that weeds will overcome other weeds. At the end of the day, both are weeds, and weeds are weeds. So don't be a fool, and don't bring the devil to your home. Thank you. God bless you, and see you.